Hey y'all, welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B, and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth. So if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are viewing the channel that have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. So I hope you guys are having a blessed day on today. For those of you that don't know, we do have a Patreon page. It is B's Intuition on Patreon. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. I do want to thank all my returning subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. And welcome to all the new subscribers. Really appreciate you guys, for subscribing to, the channel. Like I always say, we are in this together. So, yeah. So I feel like that somebody, is being asked to, keep their guards up. Because I feel like that there is somebody or some people that could be trying to come somebody's way with some type of confusion out here. Or, if they're not trying to, bring some type of confusion, they're just trying to confuse somebody. For somebody, it could be like family members. Because I channeled something about like a burning church. Like, there could be a church, that goes up in flames, we can see it on like social media or, like the news, or something, like about a church. There could be a church that could be being exposed. But so, when I channeled that, I'm like, God, what's going on with, like the burning church? So then, God takes me to Luke 12:49 to I think 56. And so it basically talks about, Jesus, bringing fire to the earth, but in a very, disappointing way. And so I feel like that has something to do with, confusion, because like Luke 12:49 to 56, it's kind of like people already causing division, division within families, division within homes, and most of it is because of, beliefs, and so I feel like that, with me channeling all that I channeled, it's giving me, there could be, somebody or some people that could be trying to confuse somebody when it comes to their beliefs. I feel like somebody's being told, to, keep their guard up, and, stand on what they believe in. I don't know if these people are trying to change somebody's beliefs, they don't believe in, what somebody believes in, or, they don't like it. I don't know. But something, could be going up in flames for sure. But it's also, like with going back to the Luke 12:49 and 56, like the fire, is like the Holy Spirit, So, Jesus bringing the Holy Spirit, So, but in that passage, yeah, Jesus was kind of, disappointed, kind of irritated. So, maybe, what's about to take place, could cause somebody to be disappointed or to cause somebody, to be irritated. So keep your guard up, protect your energy, if you have to have some type of conversation or some type of interaction, with whoever this is, pray, before, you have this interaction or conversation. I'm also being told too, that like when it comes to, like this confusion, I feel like somebody, is going to be brought, like some type of information, like from their spiritual team. So this could be, like kind of like at the same time, that this confusion arises. And so I feel like, like this could be a test as well for somebody. So this is like, like somebody's spiritual team, bringing them some information, and then, like somebody's mama and daddy, tells them something. And so it's kind of like putting somebody in a position to, who do I listen to? But I feel like you know who to listen to, even though it might be your mama and your daddy, I feel like you know who to listen to. If that makes any sense. So don't be confused, or don't allow, like the spirit of confusion, like to take over, So let's just hop in and see what's going on. Holy Spirit. Yeah, we got the divine guidance card, but it came out in the reverse. It flipped in the reverse. So somebody doesn't want somebody to listen to some type of divine guidance out here. Or, yeah, like that's where the confusion comes in. So it's kind of like people, wanting to argue with somebody, well, you should listen to us, we're your family, or, we're the people, that have raised you, but they forget about, who is the maker of everybody, So I feel like with this divine guidance card coming out in the reverse, there's people that don't want somebody, to listen to some type of divine guidance. They could literally, be trying to cause some type of confusion, like to block the divine guidance that could be coming somebody's way. Mm-hmm. Give me another one, please, Holy Spirit. The soulless being card wanted to flip over. So be aware of soulless beings. Be aware of somebody, then there goes the destiny card. So whoever these people are, they could be, like empty, This is like, like people, that like they don't really know, like where they want to go in life, or they don't, know, like what their purpose is when it comes to, like fulfilling destiny, I feel like that whoever these people are, they could be trying to, get somebody, like to forget who they are, these are people, that are trying to, get somebody, to, basically, stop, operating, like in their purpose, or stop, like trying to go towards fulfilling their destiny. I feel like that these are people, that they could have already, like done some stuff, to like thwart their destiny, they could have, like done some stuff in their life, and caused their future to be dark instead of bright. Mm-hmm. These are people that could be, like when we get on our spiritual journey, and the Most High God tells us, well, when you get on your path, everybody, that's around you, they're not meant to, like go with you on your path. They're not meant to be with you on your journey. And so, like you have to, like let them go. I feel like this is kind of like a sacrifice situation, So it's kind of like people, they've already sacrificed a lot, they've already sacrificed their friends. They've already sacrificed this. They've already sacrificed that. And so, there could be, like a couple of more things that could be left for somebody, like to sacrifice, but that's a part of, like the obedience. And so, it could be, so going back to using the example of somebody's mama or somebody's daddy, like some people that could be close to somebody, but somebody, wouldn't think that, like those people can't go, like on their path with them or on their journey with them. But it's a reason why these people can't, like go on somebody's path or somebody's journey with them. It could be because these people, are codependent on somebody. But somebody can't see that they're codependent because, oh, that's my mom, that's my dad, that's, whoever, And so I feel like that, like, this could be a test for somebody. So, like somebody, realizing that, like they have to, separate from their mom or their dad or, like their family, in order to, continue to fulfill destiny, in like a bigger way. It could be, like hurtful. But, we as people, we're supposed to, like do, like the will of God, the way that God wants us to do it. Even though we have free will, And so, everybody, has the right to free will. Some people, they get their free will, revoked for whatever reason, But in the beginning, everybody has free will. But I feel like, when it comes to, like somebody, like going towards their destiny, like in a bigger way, I feel like that, this must be done. Whatever this is. Like somebody, could be being called, like to, like take some type of action, Somebody, could be being called, to like a higher level. And so, the higher level requires, to shed off, the rest of the old stuff, So, that somebody, could enter into this higher level, this new level. Give me another one, please. It's time to leave some stuff behind. And I feel like that, going back to, like somebody, they probably, have left a lot of stuff behind, they've cut off a lot of things, But I feel like that somebody, you know, is, yeah, like they're being divinely guided, you know, like no matter what, you know, to do this. I feel like in the end, you know, somebody, you know, it's going to make sense why, you know, but, you know, in the process, I feel like that, you know, it could be hurtful, you know, or yeah, it could be painful, you know, but whoever, you know, this is for, you need to know that, yeah, everything is going to be okay. But somebody, yeah, there's been people, you know, that, yeah, they haven't been listening to some type of divine guidance, you know, they haven't been, you know, like paying attention to some type of signs out here. It could be, you know, the fact that, you know, like, yeah, so somebody, you know, wasn't paying attention, you know, like to the divine guidance or to the signs, you know, that the Most High God was trying to show them as far as, you know, what else needs to be cut out, you know, of their life in order, you know, for them to, you know, go, you know, towards this higher level. This could be just be a higher level of consciousness. But whatever it is, yeah, it's about somebody's destiny. And so I feel like, you know, if somebody was, you know, like not really paying attention to the divine guidance or you know, like not paying attention to the signs because, again, oh, that's my mom or that's my daddy, I feel like yeah, it's time. We got the small blessing card at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like that somebody, you know, is about to receive some type of small blessing out here. But this is like, you know, like, yeah, like somebody, you know, has been a blessing to people for long enough, you know. There's been people that have fumbled, you know, the blessing that was given to them. There have been people, you know, that, you know, have, you know, like treated the blessing wrong, you know. And these could be the same people, you know, that, yeah, like has to go, if that makes sense. Why is the divine guidance in the reverse? Yeah, there's a blessing or some blessings that are being revoked from some people. We got the protection card, but it came out in the reverse. So I feel like there are some people, you know, that they weren't paying attention to some type of signs. They weren't, you know, following, you know, like some type of instruction, some type of divine guidance. And yeah, they don't have any type of protection. And I feel like that whoever these people are, they possibly, you know, have been, you know, standing underneath somebody's umbrella of protection. You know, they've been, you know, riding off of somebody's grace, favor, and mercy. And yeah, they're no longer going to be allowed to do so. Like, that's it. That's all, you know. It's kind of like, yeah, like somebody, you know, was like at a you know, like at a fork in the road, you know, like at a crossroads, you know, and it's two paths, you know. And so somebody knows, you know, the path, you know, that they need to go down, or yeah, like somebody, you know, is going to receive some information about the path, the next path that they need to go down. And it's kind of like, yeah, when somebody looks behind them, they have a whole line of people behind them like, yeah, we're going, you know. And so, yeah, like somebody's going to have to tell these people, no, y'all got to go that way, you know, y'all got to go that way. Whoever these people are, they haven't made any attempt, you know, like to change their life, or they haven't made any attempt, you know, to, yeah, like seek guidance, you know, like from a higher power. They, you know, yeah, like their consciousness level, you know, was, yeah, like it's on a 1 when somebody else's consciousness level, you know, is like on a 7, you know, and yeah, they're about to go to the next the next level of consciousness, you know. This is also too like the blame card out here. So I feel like that, yeah, there are people that have nobody to blame but themselves. But I feel like that, you know, whatever's about to take place, I feel like that they're going to try to blame somebody, you know, like the person, you know, that, yeah, like they're being told, you know, like to, yeah, do what I'm asking you to do, says the Most High God, so that you can, yeah, enter into this higher level, whatever this higher level is. Why is this destiny here? Yeah, there could be somebody or some people that, you know, could blame, you know, somebody for why, you know, like they're not fulfilling destiny, or why, you know, like their future is dark, or whatever have you. But these are people, you know, that, yeah, they could have been following somebody. But this is like, you know, yeah, like somebody, you know, was sent to be a blessing and a lesson, right? Or a blessing or a lesson, you know, or somebody, you know, could have been being sent as both. At the end of the day, you know, like once, you know, yeah, like this is like, yeah, leading a horse to water. Once you lead the horse to water, you can't stand there and make them drink. I feel like that, yeah, there are people, you know, that, yeah, they could be mad at somebody because somebody didn't stand there and watch them drink. Somebody, you know, went and got the next horse, you know. Yeah, because that's what somebody's supposed to do. They're there to lead and guide, you know. But, yeah, once you get to a certain point, yeah, you're on your own. So something about, yeah, codependent. Why is this destiny here? We got the hexagon card. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an H, a R, or a C. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have, you know, like hexed their own destiny, cursed their own destiny by trying to, you know, like hex somebody or curse somebody. But this is like, you know, like people, you know, like, you know, like, yeah, like trying to delay somebody's destiny, you know, by trying to, yeah, hang on somebody's shirt tail, you know. These are people, you know, that, yeah, like, you know, like try to, you know, like, yeah, basically make somebody's decisions for them. I feel like somebody's trying to fix something. They're trying to fix something because they know, you know, that, yeah, like something is on the line. This is like somebody, you know, like being given, you know, like another chance, you know, to do something. But it's not, you know, like to make it right with somebody. It's you know, like given another chance to make a decision when it comes to their own life. Something about, yeah, a hex or a curse. It's going back to wherever, you know, wherever it came from. That's for sure. So somebody, you know, was trying to curse or hex somebody. It's going back. This is also giving me too, especially with the destiny card, with the hexagon card. This is like, you know, like somebody trying to steal somebody's destiny, you know, like swap destinies with somebody or whatever, you know, like they try to do, you know. Give me another one for leaving it behind. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have been missing some type of signs as far as, you know, like when it comes to like them doing something, you know, like them doing some type of work. You know, like all spell work doesn't involve, you know, like conjuring up special recipes and herbs and dirt and, you know, blood or whatever, you know, like people use, you know, like spell work could be, yeah, like words. So I feel like the, yeah, like somebody, you know, could be trying to take some type of words, you know, that they said back. But I feel like that these are like damning words. This could be like somebody committing blasphemy and then thinking that they can take it back. Going back to, yeah, that church. So, But we got the high horse card that flipped over. Somebody's first, middle, last name, yeah, could start with an H. Somebody could drive like a Jeep or a, like a Hummer. Somebody, you know, could be seeing like a lot of hummingbirds. Somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a horse. But yeah, I feel like somebody was missing the signs, you know, missing the signs when it comes, you know, like them, you know, like being given some type of information, you know, when it comes, you know, like to their life. But whoever this is, they feel like that somebody's on their high horse. And I feel like it's because somebody knows, you know, like where they want to go, you know. Somebody, you know, yeah, they've listened to divine guidance. So somebody, yeah, they have the instructions. So they know, you know, yeah, they receive, you know, like the spiritual coordinates, you know, to get, you know, wherever they're trying to get to, you know. And I feel like like somebody has gone through a lot, you know, to get to, you know, like where they are. I feel like whoever these people are, they know, you know, that somebody has gone through a lot to get where they are. These could be people, you know, that, yeah, like they haven't gone through, you know, like enough, you know. These could be people, you know, that could be still trying to cause, you know, like chaos, havoc, and pandemonium for somebody, you know. It's giving me, yeah, like people, you know, like to see somebody in pain, but you know, like they wouldn't, you know, like do stuff, you know, like in somebody's face to show somebody, you know, that they're trying to hurt somebody or they're trying to stop somebody. And so that could be why somebody, you know, they wouldn't, you know, look at whoever these people are like, well, you know, like as a harm to them, you know. But whoever these people are, they don't serve somebody's highest good. And I feel like that whoever these people are, they're definitely, yeah, doing some stuff behind the scenes. They're definitely, yeah, like trying to, you know, like figure out how to knock somebody off of, you know, like their high horse. But somebody's not on their high horse. Somebody's confident, you know, especially when it comes, you know, like to their beliefs. And I really feel like that, that's a big part, of why whatever's going on is going on. These are like people, that, yeah, like they say they believe, like in God, or they say they believe, in a higher power, but they don't, believe in the power behind, like God or behind the higher power. Versus, whoever this message is for, not only do they believe in it, they know, that it's true, because, yeah, it's showing in their life. Somebody, could have overcome a lot. And these people, one, they're mad because, like, they can't seem to figure out how to overcome whatever they're going through in their life. But then also, like, they're amazed, at how much, like, somebody has overcome. It's giving me, like, secret haters. I feel like, somebody just being told to keep their guard up. We got 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah. These are people, that, like, they like to cause drama. Or they have caused some type of drama out here. We got the Wheel of Fortune and the Star. October the 17th could be significant. So, something could happen by October 17th. Somebody could be a Libra. But the Wheel of Fortune is definitely turning in somebody's favor. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Star, yeah, that's good stuff. Somebody, could be well known. Somebody could be a healer. Somebody, could be a rising star. Somebody, could be a star seed. We got the Hierophant, but it came out in the reverse. So, yeah, they didn't want to listen to divine guidance. They blame others for, their circumstances. They denied the Most High God. And so, yeah, what do these people expect? Whoever these people are, yeah, they don't want to change. But it's something about, yeah, their words, because we got the Knight of Swords. So, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, somebody could have committed blasphemy out here for sure. I don't know if that's how people feel about somebody. So this is like, like somebody, yeah, like they have, like a high belief, in, yeah, God, or, like a higher power. But yeah, like somebody, they cuss, or, somebody, yeah, they, have, like a drink or two, or, yeah, they do, like human things, because we're still in flesh form, And so there could be people that's like, well, why do they get to cuss and drink and, all that stuff, and yeah, like, and their life is the way it is, But whoever these people are, they don't know the relationship that somebody has, like with the higher power. They're not even concerned about their relationship with a higher power. They're so concerned about whoever, this message is for and what they got going on. There's also somebody that, yeah, they didn't learn no lesson about, like trying to do some type of hex or some type of curse out here. So somebody, they could have done, like some type of hex or curse, multiple times, when they were told to, stop. And they still didn't, but the lesson was to stop, stop doing what you're doing and focus on, what you need to be focused on. So I feel like, yeah, somebody, could be about to receive a rude awakening, or it could be people. But it's something about, yeah, somebody's words. Somebody's words. So whatever somebody done said, they're trying to take them back. But yeah, like no take backs. Whatever somebody has done, they're trying to take it back. But yeah, no take backs. We got the 6 of Pentacles. So somebody definitely, yeah, is about to receive something out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have tried to do some type of money spell out here. But I feel like whoever this is, they worship money. I feel like, yeah, whatever somebody or some people have done, yeah, they just don't know that, yeah, it wasn't just against somebody, it was against, yeah, God. I don't know. There could be somebody, that could find something, like somebody could get pulled over. And there could be, like some illegal stuff in somebody's trunk out here. Something could be going on with somebody's lug nuts, like on their tires. I don't know. Somebody, could be trying to mess with somebody's like property. So, you know, like protect your property. Somebody could be 56 years old or 65 years old. Somebody's life path could be the number 5, the number 6, or the number 8. Somebody could be a Taurus or a Gemini or a Cancer. Somebody could be a Leo or a Virgo. But we got the 8 of Wands, so something is going back. This 8 of Wands card is the number 8, so yeah, something about karma. Somebody definitely, yeah, they have some type of karmic debt to pay. So if somebody, you know, has already paid their karmic debt, then why would these people get to tag along with somebody, you know, when they go to a higher level? No, they still have, you know, like some debt to pay, you know, spiritual debt to pay. But whoever these people are, I feel like that they, you know, continue to rack up, you know, like, yeah, like spiritual debt, karmic debt. We got the 6 of Wands. So yeah, heavy Gemini, heavy Cancer out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be about to, you know, like receive, you know, like some type of acknowledgement out here. I feel like this acknowledgement, it could be, you know, like from the Most High God, you know, like the Most High God showing somebody, you know, like how proud of them, you know, that God is. There's also somebody that wants to keep something out of the court, but that ain't gonna happen. There could be somebody, you know, that could be trying to avoid, you know, like spiritual court. Yeah, you can't avoid spiritual court. I mean, you can avoid physical court, you know, for as long as you know, can until you get caught. But you can't avoid spiritual court out here. Somebody's into drugs or something about, yeah, like somebody's selling drugs. I don't know. This is somebody in a high position. I don't know if that has something to do with a church. Somebody's gift is also being revoked as well. So there is somebody out here that definitely, yeah, abused their power. Yeah, we got the Distant Horizons card. Somebody could be 36 years old or 63 years old. Somebody could be born in 1963. But whenever this Distant Horizons card comes out, it gives me, yeah, like somebody knows that their future is over. Somebody, you know, could be about to find out that their future is over. But y'all see how it's an anchor, you know? So somebody, you know, has been an anchor to a lot of people. But y'all see how, you know, like the anchor, you know, it's not attached to, you know, like the big ship. Yeah, it's time for somebody, you know, to, yeah, like sell off. You know, it's time for somebody, you know, to enter into a higher level. I feel like that whoever these people are, yeah, they're not anchored in anything, you know, in like a higher power. They're not anchored in God. They're not anchored in, yeah, they're anchored in dark stuff, or they're anchored, you know, they're, yeah, like they're anchored in, you know, yeah, loving money, or they're anchored in loving attention, or, you know, whatever this is. So whoever these people are, they're the opposite of somebody. Yeah, somebody's on their path. Somebody, you know, is about to, yeah, somebody's path is about to change. Because if y'all see, it's a lot of butterflies on this path. You could be seeing a lot of butterflies. But yeah. Somebody also is, yeah, being about to be rewarded, you know, yeah, for like getting on, you know, like their path. We've been talking about, yeah, like breaking generational curses, you know, in the last couple of messages. And so somebody, you know, could be being rewarded, yeah, for breaking some type of generational curse. But at the same time, I feel like, yeah, like somebody entering in, you know, to, yeah, like a higher level. Yeah, I feel like somebody's being tested, you know, to make sure that they're ready. But at the same time, you know, yeah, like new levels, new devils. So the devil, you know, could be using people to test somebody, going back to, yeah, the beginning of the message, you know, to cause confusion or bring some type of confusion. We got the poverty card. Somebody could be 37 years old or born in 1973. Wow, something about, October is very significant. But I definitely do feel like, that, like, there is somebody, that, like, they've, like, cursed, like, themselves. They've cursed, like, their family out here. So this could be, like, somebody's family member, So it's kind of like, like, somebody, they got to get away from whoever this is. It's like whoever these people are, they're blind. You're woke, and it's kind of like, like, whoever these people are, they want you to be blind. They don't want you to be woke. Yeah. You have a gift to share with the world. I feel like, you've been doing that, in whatever way that you've been doing that. And I feel like that, like, it's time, to, take it to a higher level. Whatever that means for somebody. I definitely do feel like that, there is somebody, or some people that they're about to receive some bad karma for a very, very long time out here. These are like, like, because I'm picking up on, like, superstitions, so, like, people, they don't do certain things, because they believe in superstitions, but it's kind of like, like, if you believe, in, a higher power, and I'm a follower of Jesus, a lover of God, so, if, when it comes to, like, believing in God, so you're not scared when you see a black cat, because you see it from a higher perspective, you know that there's a spiritual meaning behind, stuff, so people, look at a lot of stuff in a dark way, don't walk up under that ladder. But like, I believe in God. So I believe that, God is going to protect me while I walk up under this ladder. Or, like, people think, seeing a black cat, is, bad luck, but it's really not. But, at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer that, that God is going to protect me, like, from bad luck. So I feel like that whoever these people are, like, they've been, like, depending on, like, man, or, depending on, like, like, their own understanding, or depending on, like, other things, like, denying the Most High God, but then also, going to the extent to, like, like, committing blasphemy, or committing blasphemy on, like, other people that, are true believers, of God, or, like, higher powers, We got the family room, so something about somebody's family for sure. But this is like, what's done in the family room stays in the family room. So somebody's trying to keep something in the family, or trying to keep like something like within like within the family, or trying to keep something hidden, but it's going to be brought to somebody. It's going to be brought to somebody's attention, or something is going to be exposed, or somebody's going to find out some information. But going back to like somebody's spiritual team, like, bringing them some information, like we talked about at the beginning of the message. We got imprisonment at the bottom of the deck. So whoever it is that thinks that they can like, run from spiritual court, they can go to the spiritual jail. Or somebody, they could be trying to, like, run from, like, physical court, or trying to, like, keep something out of court. And, they could end up being locked up. And then we have adjudication. So somebody definitely, is going to have to stand in front of the judge. But this is like, judgment. Like, like, whoever these people are, they have to stand in front of the Most High God. Somebody's trying to take something back. It could be, like, something, that they, like a statement. Because if y'all see, it's like 2 documents on that in front of the judge. So somebody, could be trying to take back some type of statement or something like that. We got a main male, so there's a main male involved. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have to have some type of disappointing conversation with somebody or some people. Yeah, whoever this is, they possibly, could be swallowing their pride. But I feel like whoever this is, yeah, they were on their high horse. Or, this is somebody, that, yeah, like, they thought low of somebody. Or it's people that thought low of somebody. And, yeah, there's people, that, yeah, they think highly, of somebody. Especially, with this high horse card with this Six of Wands. Wow. And I feel like whoever this is, that, yeah, like they thought low of somebody, or, yeah, they had a lot to say, whoever this big mouth coward is. But whoever this is, yeah, they have nothing to say now. So whoever this is, yeah, I feel like somebody done busted their bubble. Somebody done showed improved, yeah, some stuff. But this is like, yeah, like the Most High God showing, improving, that God is God, and, like through somebody, working, in somebody's life. Yep. Whoever this is, they definitely, yeah, could have committed some type of unethical actions to live another life. So, yeah, unethically physically, unethically spiritually. The Hierophant is in the reverse, You got the hex card out here, You got people doing money spells, You got all type. And, yeah, whoever this is, they were on their high horse. They thought, that, yeah, like, whatever they were doing, was, yeah, the best thing smoking. And whoever this is, they possibly, yeah, could be living in poverty. So they find out that, yeah, like their unethical actions to live another life got them nowhere. Possibly, yeah, locked up. But we got ancestor visit. So somebody, could receive an ancestor visit out here. For sure. So that goes back to, yeah, the beginning of the message. Like somebody receiving, like, yeah, divine guidance. There could have been an ancestor, that, yeah, could have showed up to whoever this person or these people are. And, yeah, they didn't take heed, Whoever these people are, yeah, they envy your life. When it comes, like to somebody receiving an ancestor, visit, or yeah, like somebody receiving, like some type of, like divine guidance or some type of spiritual download, it definitely could have something to do with, yeah, it being revealed to somebody, yeah, who these people are that envy somebody's life. So it goes back to, yeah, like somebody thinking, well, that's my mom, that's my dad. Why would they envy, my life? Yeah. Whoever these people are is because they're resistant to change, and they're obsessed with, yeah, power and control. These are people that definitely, yeah, they have been making decisions on somebody's behalf, or yeah, that's what they're trying to do, like make some decisions on somebody's behalf. So going back to the beginning of the message, people, wanting somebody, to go, like down one way instead of, like them listening to, yeah, like the divine guidance, instead of them, yeah. So, don't stoop to that level. We got a Capricorn, so there's a Capricorn involved. Whoever this is, yeah, they've engaged in some type of manipulative behavior out here. Keep your boundaries up, keep your guard up, because somebody, could be trying to, yeah, confuse somebody to get somebody, to engage in some type of manipulative behavior. But with this, what's done in the family room stays in the family room. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, has engaged in some type of manipulative behavior. And so, yeah, be aware, because there's somebody or some people that are coming in to spin the truth. But I feel like that whoever these people are, they definitely, yeah, are about to be punished out here. So regardless of, how much they spin the truth, yeah, no one is excluded from this punishment. But when it comes to, yeah, whoever this is, doing some type of unethical actions to live another life, yeah, epic fail. So, yeah, somebody's being told to protect your energy because you hold the power. They're definitely, yeah, there are people that, could be amazed by somebody's transformation out here. But this is also, too, yeah, like people, that think, like low of somebody, like trying to come in and spin the truth. Oh, I'm amazed by your transformation. I'm amazed, by this. I'm amazed by that. I feel like when it comes to, like whatever unethical actions that somebody or some people took to live another life, I really feel like one of the unethical actions was to, like try to steal somebody's destiny or swap somebody's destiny, Yep. Whoever this is, they want somebody to be in debt physically and karmically. So whoever these people are, they're in debt, physically and karmically. So yeah, whatever they were doing as far as to live unethical, as far as them, committing unethical actions to live another life, yeah, they're physically and karmically in debt. Whoever these people are, they could be physically and karmically in debt to you. So yeah, how they think, that they get to, follow you on, your next level, or, follow you into a higher level when they owe you. Matter of fact, yeah, the first person that they owe is the Most High God, for, yeah, waking them up in the morning, giving them breath in their body. Yeah. Somebody's anger is causing more karma. So whoever this is, I feel like, because, it was an epic fail when it comes to them trying to commit some type of unethical actions to live another life, and yeah, like they see somebody, committing ethical actions, committing good deeds, spreading love and positivity. Yeah, they're angry. But they just don't realize that, yeah, it's causing more karma. And it's angering, the Most High God. But whoever this is, they definitely could have been making decisions on somebody's behalf in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And it's because they wanted somebody to, I feel like they wanted somebody to be physically in debt, but then also, whatever, unethical actions, that they were doing, possibly, yeah, making decisions on somebody's behalf. Yeah. It's to, so it was to get somebody to stoop to their level. So that somebody, could do something stupid, engage in some type of manipulative behavior, to, receive some karma. Yeah, so somebody's being told, yeah, don't stoop to their level. Yeah, it's time, for somebody, to part ways. Or this is, for somebody, could have already parted ways with whoever this is. But there could be somebody, that, they could be trying to come in and spin the truth, they're parting ways with, a group of people, or they're parting ways with, somebody, in order, to, get in somebody's energy, or in order to, hang on somebody's coattail. This is somebody, they're going to say that they're parting ways, just to, this could be, a past person for somebody, so yeah, they want to, they're going to tell somebody that, that they're parting ways with the person that they were with, but they only want to come in somebody's life to, put somebody in debt. They want to come into somebody's life, to, cause somebody, to, get karma. That's for somebody, not everybody. But yeah, whoever this is, they don't want you to see this coming. So it goes back to, the divine guidance card coming out in the reverse. So yeah, they don't want you to see this coming out here. So that's where the confusion comes in. We got a Scorpio Sagittarius. There's a Scorpio Sagittarius involved. But whoever this is, they're resistant to change. So somebody doesn't want to change their anger. Somebody doesn't want to change their lifestyle. Yeah, and it's causing more karma. Yeah, whoever this is, they're racking up karma. Yep. Whoever this is definitely, jealous and envious of somebody. So, yeah, it makes sense why they want somebody to be in debt, physically or karmically. They want somebody to be on their level. They want somebody, to be, really they want somebody to be underneath them. But again, you hold the power. Whoever this is, they could say that you are a threat. But I feel like that, you are. I always say, a lot of people, they're spiritual threats. When it comes to, people, divine beings on their journey, depending on where they are on their journey, they're given, power, they're giving, more gifts, they're giving, and so I feel like somebody, is at the point to where, they could be, a spiritual threat. I don't know. Somebody, could be trying to say, that somebody, is a physical threat out here. It could be because of somebody's finances, or it just could be, because of, how somebody grew up, But, even, as, divine beings, Ain't nobody gonna put their hands on us. You know, we got a right to defend ourselves. You know, ain't nobody just gonna run up in our home thinking that they gonna steal from us or whatever. We got a right to defend ourselves. So, either way it goes, you know, yeah. I feel like somebody, you know, yeah, they can find out that, yeah, like somebody is not to be played with on no level. Or they already know it. But whoever this is, yeah, they're jealous because you are loved as well. So yeah, they're jealous because they look at you, you know, in a low, you know what I mean? They look at you as lower, you know what I'm saying? Or they look at you, you know, in a negative way. And there's people that, yeah, love you, and they look at you, you know, yeah, in a good way. But whoever this is, yeah, the storm is brewing. The storm is brewing. The storm is brewing. So I feel like that whoever this is, they can feel the storm brewing. So that's why they're trying to come in and spin the truth. Because whatever unethical actions that they took, whatever manipulative behavior that they engaged in, it was against somebody, you know. But I feel like like it was also against the Most High God. But yeah, somebody talks too much. We got diarrhea mouth. So a storm could be brewing because of, yeah, somebody talking too much. But this is like, yeah, like somebody, you know, running their mouth, committing blasphemy, or, you know, yeah, you know, going back to, yeah, like somebody, you know, spewing out negativity, you know, yeah, that's a form, you know, of, yeah, like spell work, you know. Somebody, you know, could have, yeah, they could have, you know, they could have use their diarrhea mouth, you know, to say, yeah, what they have done, you know, to try to cause somebody to be physically in debt, or, you know, yeah, I'm trying to get them, you know, to, yeah, fight me so that I can get them locked up. I know that they'll get karma then, you know, yeah, somebody talks too much. So somebody wanted somebody to, yeah, whatever they were trying to get to, what's done in the family room stays in the family room. Yeah, I feel like it's not staying in the family room. We got an Aquarius, Pisces, Cusper. So there's Aquarius, Pisces, Cusper that's involved. Somebody, you know, could be running out of patience. This could have something to do, you know, with having some type of conversation with somebody. I feel like somebody, you know, could be running out of patience because, you know, whatever, you know, they're doing, it's not working. This is like somebody, you know, doing whatever they're doing behind the scenes, and yeah, epic fail after epic fail after epic fail, and it's kind of like, yeah, well, what else can I do? Oh my God, you know, they just keep getting more and more angry, and yeah, it's causing more karma for whoever this person is, whether they know it or not. Yeah, so we gotta expect a phone call. So there is somebody that definitely is going to reach out to somebody, but I feel like that whoever this is, they want somebody to be in debt physically, karmically, you know, or they're trying to put somebody in debt physically, karmically. But whoever this is, yeah, their blessing is being revoked, or their blessing has been revoked. So that's why they want to reach out. The blessing could have been you. So this could be multiple people, you know, who gonna just reach out of the blue, you know, because yeah, stuff is going wrong in their life, and woo yada yada, and they don't know that, yeah, like the cord has been snip cut, says the divine, says the Most High God. Yeah, whoever this is, yeah, they're in their feelings. Whoever this is, if they reach out to somebody, they're gonna be in their feelings, because yeah, they were going the wrong way. They chose to go the wrong way. This is also somebody that knows that they were going the wrong way when they did whatever they did, you know? We got an Aquarius. So you could be an Aquarius and have Aquarius in your chart. There's Aquarius involved. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, wants to reveal some information to somebody. But they're going to still spin the truth. So they can reveal some information. But yeah, they're going to spin it, you know? This is somebody, you know, that you know, they could have committed some type of unethical actions, but they just don't want somebody to know that they were a part of it. But either way it goes, somebody's about to know who, what, when, where, why, and how. Yeah, the great pretender can no longer pretend. Somebody's been pretending like that they're protected, or they've been pretending, you know, like, yeah, like, you know, like nothing has been going on. So I feel like the storm is brewing. It's after one, has just ended. So somebody, they got a breath of relief, and there's another storm brewing. But it's because they didn't want to stop doing whatever it is that they were doing. Committing unethical actions, engaging in manipulative behavior, committing blasphemy, projecting, negative words, preying on somebody's downfall. But somebody definitely needs to know that they're protected, and somebody needs to know that their destiny is protected, their path is protected. But there is somebody that definitely have been hiding information from somebody. Somebody definitely could be being exposed for some type of exploitation out here, or somebody was trying to exploit somebody. Somebody could have been hiding some type of information about a car from somebody. But somebody's being told to remember to show gratitude when you receive what's coming your way. And just know, that you've always, played the rescuer, so it's time for you to receive some support. So so whatever this hidden information is, I feel like somebody, is about to find out some whatever this hidden information is. We got bitter family members, so there's some bitter family members that's involved. Somebody's bitter family members could be being exposed for, like some for exploitation. Or there is somebody, is exposing, like their bitter family members, when it comes to, like some type of exploitation. But somebody has rescued some bitter family members long enough. It's time for somebody to receive support. So whoever these people are, they could be reflecting on their wrongdoings out here. And somebody family knows everything. So somebody family knows everything about some type of hidden information. Somebody family knows everything when it comes to somebody being used for exploitation. Somebody's family knows that there's some bitter family members that worship false gods out here. Somebody worships false gods. Wow. Whoever this is, they're trapped in a cycle of negativity out here. That could be too, what they're like reflecting on, We got job or career opportunity. So somebody, could be about to receive some type of job or a career opportunity. Or somebody, could be hiding some information about a job or a career opportunity. I don't know. With this worships false gods. Ain't no telling, what somebody or some people, got going on. This could be like, like with this job or career opportunity, this could be like, like somebody, the head of a coven or a cult, the secretary of a coven or a cult, or this is like, going back to the church. Something about a church is very significant, but we got new connection. So somebody, could be about to get into a new connection out here, or somebody, is about to make some type of new connection when it comes to, like a job or a career opportunity. We got a karmic. Be aware of a karmic. Somebody, could be trying to, like, there could be a karmic that could be trying to get somebody, in some type of new connection with somebody. Somebody is definitely, being protected for sure out here. We got a Gemini. So, there's a Gemini involved. Somebody's lover could be being exposed for exploitation, or somebody was trying to expose a lover for to exploit them or whatever. Trying to exploit a lover. We got an Aquarius. We got a Cancer. One of these bitter family members could be a Cancer for somebody. We got a false flame, so be aware of a false flame. We got a Leo, so there's a Leo involved. We got a Taurus. We got coming in with advice and guidance, so that's that divine guidance. So somebody, could receive an ancestor visit. We got coming in as a partner or companion. So we got new connection. So there could be a new connection that could be coming in as a partner or companion for somebody. There could be, you know, like a karmic that could be trying to come in, you know, as a partner or a companion for somebody, or a false flame. So yeah, keep your guard up. But this karmic is giving me, yeah, like these karmic bitter family members. So be aware of, yeah, some karmic bitter family members trying to come in with some type of advice and guidance out here. We got a Scorpio. Yeah, there are some people that definitely, yeah, have been investigating somebody. Somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a dog. We got a Pisces. We got long term. So yeah, whoever these people are, somebody has known them for a long time, especially, yeah, some family members. But somebody, you know, could be about to, you know, like get into some type of long term situation. But somebody, you know, could be about to find out about some hidden information, you know, that somebody or some people have been hiding, you know, for a long time. Somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a rabbit. We got mirror. So yeah, reflecting on their wrongdoings. We got a Capricorn. We got a soulmate. We got a Sagittarius. At the bottom of the deck, we got a dragon. So somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a dragon. The year of 2024 could be significant. Yeah, so when it comes to, yeah, like whoever these bitter family members are, you know, that worships false gods, yeah, somebody's spiritual team says yes. Somebody definitely is about to receive something. But there are people that, yeah, they're reflecting on their wrongdoings out here. And yeah, somebody's spiritual team says yes. Some people have been hiding some information from somebody. And yes, somebody has always played the rescuer, so it's time for them to receive support, excuse me. And yes, somebody's family knows everything. And then we got Archangel Michael. So somebody needs to know that, yeah, their spiritual team definitely got their back. I don't know if people, you know, was trying to exploit somebody, you know, because they thought that somebody worshiped false gods. I don't know. But whoever these people are, yeah, they should have understood you instead of judging you. So whoever these people are that judged you, they're under judgment. But somebody's not being truthful out here. The struggles you went through made you wiser and stronger. That's what these people don't know. I feel like that's why they're trying to come in to confuse somebody, or that's why they're trying to come in to, you know, like spin the truth. There could be a job. They could be hiding some information from somebody, you know. This could be a past job. This could be, you know, like a current job. But we got protect your energy, so yeah. Somebody's being told, yeah, to protect their energy out here from whoever these people are. Yeah, whoever these people are, they hate you because they ain't you. Yeah, and whoever these people are, yeah, they're facing themselves. They're reflecting on their wrongdoings. Archangel Michael definitely is making these people face themselves for sure. And so whoever these people are, yeah, not showing you their love, not showing you love, yeah, it's their loss. It's their loss. So yeah, in the end, you win. We got a sister. So there's a sister involved. Somebody, you know, is being told, you know, to protect their energy from their sister. Somebody's sister, you know, could be, you know, like reflecting on their wrongdoings. Somebody's sister definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like hiding information from somebody. Somebody's sister, you know, could be destined to reunite with them. So somebody, you know, has been, you know, like distant from their sister. Somebody's sister could be destined to reunite with them. I'm also picking up too, there's a lover, like a past lover out here, you know, that, yeah, they could get somebody to reach out to somebody, you know. So yeah, like they could get their sister to reach out to somebody, you know, and be like, yeah, you know, such and such, you know, they really love you and miss you, you know, and they would love to reunite with you. So yeah, be aware. But yeah, we got something good is coming your way. So somebody needs to know that, yeah, something good is coming their way. But we got this. So somebody, you know, could be hiding some information about that. That could be, you know, like the unethical actions, you know, that could somebody, you know, could have tried to take, you know, to live another life. You know, that could have been something, you know, that somebody, you know, planned and plotted. But yeah, going back to engaged in manipulative behavior. Somebody engaged in manipulative behavior. Definitely has something to do with somebody's bitter family members. If there was a plan, you know, for, yeah, like somebody to rob somebody, yeah, somebody's spiritually protected. So I feel like yeah, like I guess these people, yeah. So I feel like yeah, because, you know, like, yeah, epic fail, reverse, boomerang. Now they're having to reflect on their wrongdoings, because guess what? Everything, yeah, storm is brewing, and they're realizing that, yeah, you are not who they think you are. We got September, so yeah, we are in September, so this is going on now. Yeah, somebody's about to receive a spiritual badge of honor out here. So with Archangel Michael out here, this is like, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, being a spiritual warrior, you know, somebody, you know, being, yeah, on the spiritual army, the spiritual military. So in the next 7 to 10 days, something definitely, yeah, could be about to take place. Somebody definitely, yeah, is about to receive a spiritual badge of honor in the next 7 to 10 days. In the next 7 to 10 days, there could be some type of conflict during some type of special event out here. This could be a family event, you know, this could be a concert, this could be anything. This could be an event at a church. But there is an obsessed masculine energy out here. So be aware. But we did see that main male card. Yeah. In the next 7 to 10 days, yeah, somebody is going to be divinely guided to cut some cords out here. And somebody, yeah, they're protected in doing so. But somebody, you know, could have already, you know, been divinely guided to cut, you know, like some cords. But again, I feel like there is still some cords that need to be cut. Somebody has health problems out here. Within the next 7 to 10 days, somebody, you know, could find out, you know, that somebody, you know, has some type of health problems out here. Somebody's spiritually protected from whatever these health problems are. So somebody, you know, could have been trying to, you know, project some type of health issue somebody's way, or somebody, you know, could have been trying to give somebody, you know, some type of health issues. But whoever this is that worship false gods, yeah, they got health problems. They got a lot of problems. They got 99 problems, but yeah, a divine feminine, divine masculine ain't one. Yeah. Whoever this is, their diarrhea mouth. That's the diarrhea mouth. That's the big mouth coward that, yeah, in the next 7 to 10 days, ain't going to have too much to say. Yeah. Their boastful behavior, yeah, causes a big disaster for them and, yeah, other people. So be aware of the fake empathy. But people could have already showed somebody fake empathy, and yeah, it backfired. But yeah, whatever they were doing, yeah, backfire. Something backfired multiple times. Or it's going to. Within the next 7 to 10 days. Yep. Whoever these people are, yeah, they took you for granted. So yeah, not showing you love is their loss. Somebody, you know, could be trying to get some type of revenge using a picture or a video, or they already did it, you know. So that could be a part of, yeah, like somebody's boastful behavior. They're bragging, you know. But somebody, you know, could try to use some type of video or picture, you know, trying to get some revenge, but it ain't gonna work. Yep. And yeah, whoever, you know, this message is for, you need to know that, yeah, you have more power than you realize. So there could be somebody, you know, who could want to speak from the heart, but I feel like whoever this is, they ain't got no heart, for real. They ain't got no, you know, I mean, they got a heart, but I feel like that they don't have a heart for, yeah, whoever, you know, this message is for. They just know that something good is, you know, coming your way. Or, yeah, they just don't want, you know, like the storm that's brewing, they don't want the storm to, yeah, start, you know. Somebody, you know, could be moving, you know, from a small town to a big city. That could have something to do with a job or a career opportunity, you know, or that could have something to do, you know, with, yeah, like somebody, you know, like entering into, you know, like a higher level of their life, you know, so it requires somebody to move. But yeah, respect is about to be put on your name for sure. There's a mother that's involved. There's a mother involved. Somebody's mother, you know, could have some type of health problems out here. Somebody's mother could be involved in some type of robbery out here. Or somebody, you know, then got, you know, like their family members involved in some stuff. I don't know. But yeah, those that came against you are definitely, yeah, under judgment. So whoever these people are, they're under judgment. And they want to reunite with you. You ain't under judgment. And you ain't going to be under judgment. They done put you under judgment for long enough. There goes that sacrifice. So, yeah, going back to, yeah, sacrifice. You got to sacrifice, you know, a little to gain a lot, you know. So, yeah, like a physical sacrifice, you know, a physical sacrifice of, yeah, some people divinely cutting cords, you know, and, yeah, having faith, you know, the Most High God, you know, is going to, you know, fulfill the promise, you know, behind, you know, being obedient. But somebody, you know, yeah, they could have done some type of sacrifice. They tried to sacrifice somebody. So somebody, you know, is about to find out. Somebody's marriage is fraudulent as well. Somebody, you know, they could have, you know, somebody, you know, could have been hiding information that they put somebody in a fraudulent marriage. But there is somebody that definitely, yeah, they've been telling somebody's business to everybody that will want to hear. So somebody's mama, somebody's sister, yeah, some bitter family members. But yep, somebody's fearless of judgment, you know. Somebody needs to continue to stay fearless of judgment. Somebody needs to stay in this confident mindset out here. Because whoever these people are, yeah, they're just craving attention. So now that they, you know, got, you know, some attention, but just not the attention that they wanted, now they want to explain themselves. Whoever these people are, yeah, they could have been telling, you know, like somebody's business to, you know, everybody, including, you know, like people that somebody doesn't even know. So there's people that somebody doesn't even know that, yeah, was judging them. So guess what? Those people are under judgment as well. We got child neglect or abuse. So somebody, you know, could have went through that, you know, like when they were a child, you know. Or something about, yeah, it could be found out, you know, that, yeah, a child has been neglected or abused, going back to, yeah, being exposed for exploitation. Because something about, yeah, unknown people with this child neglect or abuse. So I don't know. I don't know, you know, if, yeah, people were using kids in this family, you know, to... But yeah, whoever these people are, yeah, they're eating their words, or they're about to. So there's somebody that definitely, yeah, they could want to confess. They definitely, yeah, engaged in cruel intentions. There's a married couple involved. This married couple could have been telling somebody's business to everybody. Or yeah, there's a married couple that's involved. But yeah, we got good news. So somebody definitely is about to receive some good news. And yeah, somebody, you know, could be making a statement. So if somebody has already made a statement, yeah, they're trying to take it back, you know, to basically, yeah, confess, you know, like the truth. But yeah, somebody or some people's life is going up in smoke. Somebody's about to receive some good news, and yeah, there are some people that are about to receive some bad news. So yeah, keep your guard up, keep your shield of protection up. Because whoever these people are, yeah, they committed selfish acts, especially, yeah, a karmic masculine. So whoever this is, yeah, they're not to be trusted. And they committed, yeah, a major violation. I feel like the major violation that they committed, you know, was, yeah, committing blasphemy. Whoever this is, they definitely, yeah, worship false gods. Or they're a part of some people that worship false gods. And, yep, they're facing significant tragedy. So keep your guard up. Keep your shield of protection up. Because there's somebody or some people that want to get close to you for all the wrong reasons. These are people that lies about your life because they don't have one. And then, yeah, like they want you to act like it never happened. Yep, because they're jealous of their growth. of your growth. Whoever these people are, yeah, they failed to recognize their blessings, and somebody, you know, is, yeah, about to receive, yeah, a spiritual upgrade. So continue to be unshakable, continue to be resilient, because, yeah, karma is a knocking on these people's doors. You can be seeing the angel number 888. Yeah, continue, you know, to remain balanced. Continue, you know, to, yeah. Yep. But whoever these people are, whoever this is, yeah, they push the self-destruct button. And, yeah, the great pretender can no longer pretend, because, yeah, you figured them out. Whoever these people are, they could have been gang stalking. So that could be a part of, yeah, the exploitation, you know. Yeah. And so, yeah. Life is full of surprises, so yeah, get ready, get ready, get ready. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.